Dearly cherished child, do not scroll past this moment, for what you are about to hear is not just a message, it is a lifeline, divinely timed and personally prepared just for you. I see the silent battles behind your eyes, the weight behind your smile, the ache that never finds words. And now I speak, not to stir emotion, but to awaken destiny. Stay, listen, because if you walk away too soon, you may miss the very word that could change everything. This moment could be the turning point your soul has been praying for. Let me unravel what the enemy tried to knot. Let me breathe life into what you thought was too broken to rise again. But you must stay with me, for in the next few moments, I will reveal truths that could transform not only your heart, but your home, your future, your legacy. This is not just another video. This is holy ground, and I am speaking to you. Though you might be tempted to conceal your burdens behind a brave exterior, I encourage you to open your heart to me. Surrender the weight that presses upon your spirit, for I see beyond the protective walls you have built. I see your restless nights, the regrets that linger behind polite smiles, and the tears you hesitate to shed. Know this, I understand every unspoken fear, and I am here to offer you more than fleeting relief. I want to give you a lasting hope and a guiding purpose. Draw near, for I love you with a fervor and purity that transcends all human comprehension. My love cannot be undone by your missteps, nor can it be altered by your perceived flaws or by others' changing opinions. Absolutely nothing can separate you from this eternal, boundless affection. Imagine a soft glow wrapping itself around you, reassuring you that you are treasured beyond measure. Let my grace soothe every wound in your heart, like a healing balm that repairs the fractured areas of your inner world. Be empowered, be strengthened, and discover the unshakable peace that springs forth from accepting these truths. I call you now, not as an aloof ruler, but as the compassionate father who recognizes you as my cherished daughter or beloved son. Step into this identity of royalty, an identity endowed with divine authority flowing straight from my eternal throne. Within you resides a discerning spirit, capable of perceiving the unseen cries of those standing on the brink of despair. Just as I move closer to you in this instant, offering restoration and renewal, I am also equipping you to uplift silent sufferers around you. Through your words, my compassion will speak. Through your gentle presence, my kindness will be felt. Through your prayers, miracles will unfold. With every moment of empathy, you will stir fresh hope in people who have almost abandoned their dreams. Do not doubt, this possibility is real and awaits only your willing faith to unfold. When you see someone weighed down by unspeakable anguish or teetering on the edge of irreversible decisions, do not retreat into silence. Speak forth the words I place in your mouth, words that remind them they are not alone. In the world's vast array of conflicting voices, I have provided you with my unerring counsel through the Holy Scriptures, a trove of divine instruction, unparalleled comfort, and timeless wisdom. Open your Bible and let my words illuminate and reshape your mind, making your heart receptive to deeper transformation. Do not yield to the distractions of modern fads or the empty promises of a self-obsessed culture. Your worth is never determined by social approval or superficial achievements. Let my timeless truth be the anchor securing you in the midst of life's storms. You were destined to break the chains of insecurity and confusion, to stand tall in the clarity and discernment that I provide. Let my teachings, rooted in divine love and biblical authenticity, become more than mere ideals or buzzwords. Let them be living pillars that will define your destiny. Seek spiritual wholeness, for my nearness is the ultimate treatment for all your brokenness. If you look to my Son for eternal life, you will find that hope, peace, and purpose aren't far off, unattainable illusions, but vibrant gifts already waiting for your acceptance. Remember, I hold the chart that maps your journey, and my hand is steady in securing your future. When you align each decision with my eternal principles, you step into a liberating freedom that no worldly issue can strip away. Even as the advice of the masses shifts erratically, my word remains steadfast and deeply rooted in a love that will not waver. Your unwavering commitment to my truth will ignite within you a bright flame, fueling you to spread hope and rekindle faith wherever you go. Even if the earth beneath you trembles and the heavens above you fade, know that my word stands indomitable, shining as a lighthouse, guiding your steps and solidifying your identity as my treasured child. You embark on this path under the covering of my immense love and the majesty of my authority, equipped to mend and restore a world in pain. Carry these truths into the core of your being. May they shape every word you utter, every action you take, and every decision you make. You are never alone. I am right here, eternally present and unwavering. I am your mighty fortress, your wise mentor, and your devoted father. Approach me with courage, sincerity, and vulnerability, for my heart is ever ready to listen. In my company, you will discover clarity, renewed purpose, and the influence to transform not just your own circumstances, but the lives of all those you encounter. Realize this is not some distant fantasy. It is your tangible reality if you will only reach out to claim it, embrace it, live it, and witness the miraculous becoming part of your daily life. In this sacred moment, open yourself to the steady current of my everlasting truth. Although the world may shift beneath your feet and the horizon may seem lost in fog, I remain a steadfast anchor in the swirling sea. I hold time in my sovereign grasp, the same hand that carved out the cosmos and lovingly designed you with intricate detail and intention. You have heard predictions, prophecies, and soft-spoken hopes, and you might wonder if and how they can bloom in your present situation. Trust me, precious child, you will see them take form, altering the landscape of your heart and your life. Let my Holy Spirit, alive and potent within you, awaken your spiritual vision so you may recognize the visible proof of what I have promised. Listen well, for I know that following my ways can feel like swimming upstream in a world that flows in the opposite direction. Temptations disguise themselves at every bend. Weakness creeps in during your most vulnerable hours, and hopelessness may attempt to suffocate your faith. But take heart. My Spirit dwells within you and offers wisdom, discernment, and the supernatural resilience needed to press on. I am not an indifferent observer. I am your source of strength, your endless well of hope, your dependable anchor in life's most ferocious storms. No earthly grief, whether it be betrayal, heartbreak, or the devastation of loss, can ever pluck you from my protective embrace. In the final reckoning, your faithful endurance will be crowned with a fullness of joy and an eternal sense of peace that defies human description. Let this promise be your solace, even in your darkest hour, for the glory to come far outshines any struggle that weighs upon you now. Lean closer, dear one. I am wrapping you in divine power at this very moment. As you forge ahead, you will witness wonders beyond the scope of human reasoning. Expect my healing presence, my gentle prompting, and my transformative power to bring new vibrance to your everyday experiences. Allow my assurances to take root in the deepest parts of your soul. You are never abandoned. Indeed, you never have been and never will be. Every breath you dedicate to receiving this message with humility becomes the fertile ground for the seeds of restoration, victory, and hope. Feel my loving arms around you, sense my reassuring care, and absorb the immeasurable depth of my devotion to you as I shield you from the noise and frenzy of a broken world. I am intimately acquainted with the heaviness that can burden your heart. Guilt, remorse, old wounds, and secret pain that steadily eats away at your joy. Let go of these chains right now. I have personally summoned you by name to embrace the liberating forgiveness I extend, a fresh dawn with no more hidden torment and no more shackles. You have heard my invitation. Come to me, all who carry heavy burdens, and I will grant you rest. Take hold of my hand, accept the release that belongs to you at this very second. Do not delay it for another day. The radiant light of my mercy scatters the oppressive shadows of shame, while the power of my redemption uproots the burden of sin. Arise, renewed in grace, and walk forward in a life centered on my Son, distinguished by faith, hope, and boundless love. Some people may resist celebrating your transformation. They may try to hang your past failures around your neck like a weight you have already set aside. But to these voices, stand tall and boldly proclaim, "My God is good, I am forgiven, my history is erased. I, the Lord of all creation, stand as your defender, and whoever insists on reattaching those burdens will have to face me directly." Your role is not to bicker or to chase their approval. Keep your gaze forward, letting your courage ignite every step you take. Know that I have already cleared a path made for your faith to ascend, a divine pathway for your spirit to thrive. Each day, when you affirm my promises, you will feel your bones infused with new vigor, your heart glowing with renewed warmth, and your spirit burning with fresh zeal. Former fears will dissolve, replaced by a boldness that is both humble and strong. I see it blossoming in you even now. Can you sense that burdensome fog lifting, that unwavering determination stirring, and your soul humming with the quiet song of liberation? Rest assured, this is merely the beginning. Day after day, I will meet you in this sacred space, speaking to the deepest parts of you, recalling the timeless assurances etched in my word, and unveiling the process through which genuine spiritual healing and profound restoration unfold. You will learn that heaven's purpose and the certainty of Scripture are not distant theories or cliches. They are living, dynamic truths intended to guide you from one moment to the next. I will fortify your spirit, console your heart, and guard you as you seek my face. My boundless love obliterates all fear, and my spirit will empower you for each challenge on your path. Let my grace swirl around your dreams and your thoughts, scattering every doubt and reigniting the passion I have placed within you. Let my kingdom shine in every sphere of your life, blessing those who are desperate for hope and direction. Stand firmly on the unchanging guidance of my word, and you will remain unswayed by the empty voices crying for your attention. You will become a brilliant lighthouse, your life speaking volumes about the reality of my promises that rebuild souls, mend broken relationships, and resurrect hope where it seemed beyond revival. Now breathe in these truths. Imagine them settling into the deepest crevices of your heart. Envision the past falling away, forgiven and erased. The present glows with the light of my presence, and the horizon is bursting with unimaginable possibilities that I have ordained. The promises woven through time are blossoming before your very eyes. There is no cause to dwell in darkness or to remain ensnared by old chains. Step into the enveloping brilliance of my love. Walk forward in the freedom I offer and claim the new life I have lavishly poured over you. Look with fresh eyes, my child. I am with you, yesterday, today, and tomorrow, providing you with unyielding love, unstoppable hope, and the unwavering courage to greet each sunrise with faith and anticipation. You are secure in my embrace, whole in my grace, and destined to flourish eternally. Pause here for a breath, for I bring a message that transcends the bounds of time and space. Draw closer. I have been watching expectantly for you, observing each moment you stir awake at daybreak, carrying unspoken questions and half-formed hopes in your heart. I see the way you search for my guiding whisper in the pre-dawn stillness, longing for a sign of comfort or a spark of direction. Be at peace, my precious child, for I am enthroned above all that exists, yet I am intimately attuned to the reverent stillness of your soul. Every tear you shed, every sigh that leaves your lips, every private thought swirling behind your eyes, they are all known to me. You might struggle to sense my presence at times, but know I find immense joy in your quiet longing, in the way you turn to me even when words fail. Listen deeply. My love for you is an ancient, boundless force that cannot be fully translated by mere human language. It does not hinge on your successes, your aspirations, or your attempts at flawlessness. This love, established long before the creation of the world, remains an inexhaustible wellspring, waiting each day to enrich your soul. When you meet me in the early stillness of morning or the silent hush of night, it is not routine or happenstance. It is an honored meeting between Creator and beloved creation. With each gentle calling of your name, I awaken you from slumber, planting seeds of calm assurance within the fertile ground of your heart. Hold fast to this realization. I have charted every contour of your path, orchestrating breakthroughs and blessings that surpass your loftiest dreams. Cast aside anxiety, fear, and doubt, for these are cunning thieves that strive to drain your joy and extinguish your hope. They feed you endless restless nights and uneasy days, but they are powerless against my radiant truth. I am the one who grants you a safety that transcends human reason. On this day, I infuse you with the bravery to face the unknown, with perseverance for the harshest trials, and with resilience to withstand the fiercest storms. Each challenge you encounter has a purpose. Yes, it tries your faith, but it also purifies and strengthens it. Much like gold refined by intense heat, you emerge more luminous, fully equipped to receive the endless abundance I have lined up for you. Seize that feeling of hope now, the one that causes your spirit to rise as though you could soar beyond the clouds. From this day onward, invite my presence to greet you at dawn. I will defend the dreams I have placed within your heart, ensuring no scorching adversity can destroy them. I will feed your deepest yearnings, granting victory over struggles that once made you feel powerless. You are far more than a mere bystander in this world. You are my chosen warrior of compassion and light, anointed to shine love and grace into the darkest shadows. Your demonstration of faith will allow observers to witness my miraculous power. Your kindness and fortitude will showcase the wonders I can perform within each individual life. Yes, dear child, I have established a perfect moment for your triumph. Let your sorrowful tears transform into tears of jubilance. Even in circumstances where I appear silent or distant, understand I am working behind the scenes, engineering solutions that will astonish you. Doubt may attempt to undercut your progress, creeping in through unlikely sources that mock your belief, belittle your convictions, and question the authenticity of my word. Still, remember all the times I have sustained you in your distress, pouring out mercy on your broken spirit when you approached me with sincerity. When you wandered astray, I led you back. When you stumbled, I supported you. When darkness threatened to engulf you, I lit your way. Will I not also do the same for you now? Let me proclaim it once more, emphatically. Legions of angels stand by your side, an invisible army commissioned by me. They are vigilant and armed, ensuring that no harm befalls you outside my knowledge or permission. Though the enemy might roar like a beast, your heart need not quiver. His intimidation is empty, his threats powerless to penetrate the essence of your soul, for you rest safely under my mighty shelter. If anyone sets out to hurt you, I will move heaven and earth to protect you. My angelic host is relentless, glowing with my glory, and unswervingly loyal to my cause. They guard you because you have chosen love over violence, compassion over cruelty, and you rest confidently in my steadfast promises. The tenacity of your faith brings me joy. Your willingness to persevere under pressure is a tribute to my name. Your fortitude exemplifies my grandeur. Bear in mind, no opposition can ultimately conquer you. You are my beloved offspring, fashioned in my own image and rescued by my enduring sacrifice. I will never forsake you or overlook your hardships. I watch over you relentlessly, always eager to answer the cries of your heart. Cast your burdens at my feet, no matter how trivial or overwhelming they might seem. I care deeply about each facet of your life, your heartbreak, your discouragement, your moral slip-ups. Even if your own choices have ensnared you in regret, do not succumb to the lie that I have turned away. I have never stopped pursuing you with a love that never runs dry. Even in your suffering, if you turn from me, know that my arm is extended toward you, ready to restore wholeness and breathe new life into what feels broken beyond repair. This is not lofty idealism, but unbreakable divine truth. I see vast reserves of strength and possibility within you, resting like seeds dormant beneath the soil, anticipating the right moment to flourish. Let today be etched upon your heart as the moment you realized you are seen, known, and treasured. My everlasting love urges you to rise above discouragement and to trust in my sovereign plan. It challenges you to stand unwavering against any wave of doubt, pushing you to reject the deceptive rhetoric of your anxieties and instead take hold of my promises that stand unshaken. When worry attempts to smother your aspirations, recall the power of my word that sets the sky ablaze at dawn, instilling a supernatural peace within your spirit. Can you feel it even now? The comforting presence that surrounds you, the glimmer of hope on the horizon, and the quiet but growing assurance that you are not alone. Indeed, you have never been and never will be solitary. I walk beside you through every towering peak and every steep valley. I celebrate your progress and embrace you in moments of loss. With my guidance, you will overcome legions of unseen obstacles, dispel the gloom by shining your light, and exemplify to others the reality of my works. Stay near to me. Even as these words pour forth, I invite you to step closer, to incline your ear until you can sense the tender current of my love dancing around you. I am not far removed, nor am I apathetic to your journey. I am the one who gently cradles you in my palm, always watching over you with a gaze that never wavers. My love has no ceilings, no expiration date, no fine print. It stands resolute, meeting you at your loftiest successes and your most despairing lows. Regardless of how long and winding your path may be, I remain the true companion at your side, guiding you toward the destiny I have cherished for you since the dawn of existence. Where the world entices you with arrogance or shallow pride, I encourage you to stay anchored in compassion and selflessness. Let your character mirror my heart through humility, gentleness, and quiet strength. By doing so, you serve as a guide for anyone watching, children, neighbors, and even strangers in passing. Your influence reverberates further than you realize, and through consistent acts of kindness and patience, you shine my light into the bleakest corners, standing as a living witness to my sustaining grace. My beloved child, if you find yourself exhausted by adversity, weighed down by life's complexities, I promise you, a day of renewal is coming, when every tear will be gently wiped away and every quivering worry will be soothed. A fresh season of purpose and peace awaits you. As dawn conquers the midnight sky, hope is poised to flood every crack in your soul. The memories of your detractors and hardships will lose their sting, overshadowed by the vivid evidence of my goodness. This is not an ephemeral pledge. It stands as an irrevocable vow. Allow these words to settle in your heart. Carve them onto the tablet of your memory so that no skepticism can erase them. Teach these words to your children, not only when you are imparting spiritual lessons, but also in the casual moments of everyday life. When you gather at the table, embark on trips together, greet the morning sun, or say goodnight. Whenever fear creeps in, instruct them to pray. When confusion clouds their perspective, show them the power of gratitude. When they feel restless or anxious, remind them that my ears are always open to their heartfelt pleas. As they learn to confide each matter to me, my peace, which transcends all earthly logic, will stand guard over their hearts and minds like vigilant protectors. Never overlook the fact that I am your unyielding, ever-faithful God. Your household, your aspirations, your entire identity, they are all safe within my watchful care. I drafted your life's blueprint before you took your first breath, meticulously envisioning blessings, miracles, and breakthroughs tailored for you. Every prayer you have whispered for loved ones has crossed my ears. I treasure them all, noting each in my heavenly records. Though earthly seasons cycle through changes, my determination to bless you remains steadfast. Indeed, I long to unfold fresh prospects, deepen your discernment, expand your faith, plant humbleness in your soul, and refine the patience that enables you to withstand any test. Listen carefully, my daughter, my son. Just as a farmer chooses fertile ground for a rich harvest, I have planted you where your roots can spread wide and secure, allowing you to flourish spiritually and emotionally, eventually nourishing countless others with the fruit of your growth. Within your hands, you hold the keys to blessings, my sacred word. Do not keep it at a distance as some relic to be admired rather than utilized. Engage with it. Digest its teachings deeply, permitting them to weave into the fabric of your heart. Regardless of your past missteps or the number of times you have faltered, stand boldly and affirm, yesterday has no hold on me. From now on, my life, my household, and my destiny are drenched in God's divine favor. Let courage replace hesitation. Never be shy about speaking my truths aloud, irrespective of the audience. My promises bring life, throwing open the gate to eternity. Anticipate the miraculous and the majestic. Expect supernatural interventions to appear precisely when you collide with obstacles too immense for human strength. In those defining moments, my word will surge within you, gifting you with divine insight. Encoded within Scripture are your solutions and spiritual riches, treasures that will empower you through the darkest valleys. Return to the Bible repeatedly, not from obligation, but from a deep yearning to draw closer to my presence. As you peruse its pages, you will feel my nearness as tangibly as a gentle hand on your shoulder, my voice echoing in each verse. You will witness the fullness of my character, coming to realize that I never stand poised to punish you for a lapse. Instead, I remain steadfast, lifting you up and building a safe foundation under your feet. Pause and envision a future where shame does not haunt you, where old blunders no longer hold you captive, and where fear never stunts your capacity to dream grand visions. See your family prospering under my divine protection, with an atmosphere in your home charged by my abiding peace. See your children praying with confidence, offering thanks with boldness, steadfast in hope, no matter the challenges. Imagine each step you take in daily life illuminated by my eternal truth, so darkness finds no foothold. This future is not an unattainable fiction. It is my deepest desire for you, within arm's reach if you only stretch out in faith. Listen closely, dear child. I am here in this quiet space, drawing you nearer. Sense my presence filling the hidden chambers of your being, establishing a home where dread once resided and doubt once held sway. I have come to reside within you, threading my assurances through every fiber of your spirit. Indeed, my hands cradle boundless treasures carved specifically for you. Unforeseen blessings, solutions birthed from my perfect wisdom, grace that dispels every regret, forgiveness that severs every tether to old burdens, and a resilient strength that infuses not only you but your entire family, enabling you to overcome every challenge in your path. Hear me. The chapters of sorrow and lingering anxieties are concluding. I myself have driven out the devourer who tried to steal your peace and fracture your sense of hope. I ask you simply to yield everything to me, free from hesitation, free from self-preserving reservations. Trust my benevolent plan. I have charted a direct route into a tomorrow brimming with gladness. Before you exhaled your first breath, these promises were secured in eternity, sealed by my unwavering love. Know this: no adversary has the power to wound you when my protection encompasses you. This very hour, I am orchestrating answers for the issues troubling you, moving in ways imperceptible to human senses, so you will observe the breathtaking extent of my love in action. There may have been moments when you questioned whether I truly saw your private heartache and your unspoken prayers. Let me assure you, I have witnessed them all. I have enclosed you even when you were unaware. Words of revitalization flow from my lips, words that restore, uplift, and revive. Across the hidden halls of time, I have shielded you from catastrophes and illnesses unknown to you. I have rescued you from the brink of peril. I am the one who stands by his every pledge. I extend my hand to those trembling under poverty, clothing them in hope so they may laugh where they once mourned. For my devoted children who walk in integrity, I throw open heaven's floodgates, releasing unexplainable blessings. My true disciples do not squander their days in idle chatter or negative conflict. Instead, they act with grace, forbearance, and respect. These are the ones who dwell in my presence, determined and unwavering, refusing to look back with regret. You, too, are part of this circle. Let my message imprint itself onto your heart in bold, indelible letters. It carries the authority to empower you against every assault, exposing every hidden snare and any cunning plot your adversary might devise. Look at the remarkable distance you've covered. I take great delight in your sincere devotion, in the earnest growth of your faith. I notice how fear no longer governs your thoughts or your choices. This truly brings me joy. As you trust me more deeply, I will sharpen your spiritual vision, enabling you to perceive the blessings that lie beyond your immediate horizon. I intend to show you entire realms of promise, prepared long before the birth of this world. In the unseen spheres, an intense struggle rages over your destiny and the destinies of those dear to you. The enemy prowls, hoping to entangle you in the webs of unease or destructive envy. Yet, be confident, he will not prevail. His might pales before the shielding power of my sacrifice. Remain cautious and keep guard over your actions and speech. Watch what you let your eyes absorb and how you let your words shape your environment. Opt for gentle, measured answers rather than explosive outbursts, even when provoked or maligned. Do not let anger contaminate your peace. If you choose kindness consistently, my tranquility will dominate your household, and you will witness wonders that leave you speechless. Your faith will stand like a fortress, unyielding in the face of adversity, and a vibrant joy will pervade every corner of your being. Again and again, you will be a witness to my compassion, draping around you like a comforting cloak on a winter's night. These words are for you, particularly for you, who come to me each day, trusting enough to close your eyes in a simple act of faith, extending empty hands to receive my replies. Your persistence touches my heart. Your unwavering hope shines like rare jewels that sparkle under a clear sun, priceless in my eyes. Because of this, I am compelled to saturate your spirit with love, erasing the scars from the past until each one serves as a testament of how I rescued and redeemed you. I want you to rest assured that I love you and desire you to know peaceful, restorative sleep. With each sunrise, I wish for you to awaken brimming with fresh anticipation that today will outshine yesterday. Right now, as you read these words, feel my all-encompassing embrace. Sense my touch gently resting on your head, guiding your every thought, illuminating your every step. Look around and see how I coordinate blessings descending like a steady rainfall, rinsing away stress and setting alight your soul with renewed creativity. Yes, I have an array of incredible surprises in store for you, but I urge you to remain resolute, returning to me day after day. Even in silent communion, you can feel my affection trickling from my heart to yours. Remain in this sanctuary of stillness and allow my tender words to saturate your spirit, recharging each weary cell with my unstoppable love. My aim is for your welfare, your tranquility, and your joy. I proclaim that your era of endless battle draws to a close, heralding a fresh season where peace, abundance, and serenity will flourish within your dwelling. Cling to these promises. Remember them when the world around you howls with chaos or when discouragement shadows your heart. Whisper them to yourself, especially when loneliness or doubt threatens to overwhelm you. Under my wing, you will see limitations crumble, barriers disintegrate, and dreams once thought impossible break forth into reality. A resolve anchored in my word cannot be overcome by any earthly force. Your tomorrows shine brightly in my keeping, and I weave a masterpiece of blessings into the tapestry of your life. Abiding in my presence will lead you into unknown depths of understanding, grace and success you have yet to imagine. Whenever you glance at your reflection and wonder if you matter, remember, I see you. Though you might measure yourself against fleeting successes or wealth, I call you to comprehend that the treasure within you far surpasses gold or fame. You have an intimate knowledge of me, a knowledge that no one can snatch away. This bond outlasts any worldly possessions, as it ties you directly to the core of my being. Within you is an alert spirit, attuned to mysteries that remain invisible to many. Where others falter blindly, you hear my still, small voice, leading you through life's storms and greeting you at each morning's light. I will unbar doors for you that remain locked to those who worship ego over honesty. I will lead you through pathways where others wander aimlessly. Resist illusions of glamorous shortcuts or the shiny illusions that often deceive. You need not pine for fleeting luxuries or chase after illusions. Their brilliance fades, leaving souls cold and unfulfilled. Listen to my counsel. I have prepared a richer path for you, more beautiful and more enduring than anything the world might promise. Journey forth with your chin lifted high, assured that your intrinsic value lies in my eternal affection, unperturbed by fleeting human judgments. You stand in my presence, adored beyond words, needing no external validation. Here, in my spiritual household, the door stands perpetually open, eagerly awaiting your arrival with an unyielding embrace of warmth and genuine care. If your current circumstances feel as though they are collapsing all around you, do not be shaken. Right now, I am arranging a miracle tailored for you. Trust in my word at this very juncture. Envision yourself encompassed by my arms, safe from every onslaught of fear or despair. Let the tensions unravel as you find peace in my closeness. Remember, I am the source of rebirth where ruin once reigned, the one who calls forth beams of light from the dense night, the one who resurrects hope from lifeless ashes. Dread not the world's threats of annihilation or grim destinies. My resurrection power and the protective mantle of my sacrifice stand guard over you, repelling the arrows that adversity tries to fling your way. I have both the power and the desire to restore you, mind, body, and spirit. When you feel ensnared in despair, I will set your feet upon a solid and dependable foundation. If you decide to truly believe my words, you will see what the human mind labels impossible begin to yield under my authority. In times when obstacles loom unscalable, when you feel overwhelmed by raging torrents, I will carve a path through the waters where no path existed before. If necessary, I will grant you the wings of eagles so you may soar high above the chaos, revealing from that vantage point the rich blessings lined up in wait. Reject the voices that foretell doom and cultivate doubt. These are deceptions poised to rob you of contentment and faith. You have no room for their negativity, for I have bestowed upon you a spiritual inheritance that cannot be stolen. I am the inextinguishable light, pouring my radiance into you so that you too may emit a divine glow. I am a refining fire, igniting a flame of righteousness within you that dissolves every form of despair. With each breath you inhale in my presence, I strengthen your spirit, chiseling your character and forging a faith that remains unbroken. Grant my truth dominion over your heart, allowing it to anchor you in deeper peace and sharpen your sense of mission. Glance down at your hands, at the instruments of service, resilience, and creativity I have given you. Every honest endeavor you commit to them, I will bless with my boundless power. Through even the smallest acts, my miracles can spring forth, turning ordinary tasks into glorious testimonies. Then look in the mirror, gazing beyond your surface to see what I see. A cherished daughter, a treasured son, actively seeking deeper intimacy with me, eager for my direction and confident in my faithfulness. In my view, you hold irreplaceable worth. Allow yourself to see your future as I see it, brimming with the surety that my pledges stand strong. At this very sunrise, I shower blessings upon you. I yearn to fill your heart to overflowing with gladness, to immerse your spirit in the calm certainty that you belong to me. Should discouragement weigh you down, release it here and now. Rest your head upon my chest and hear the gentle rhythm of my eternal love beating just for you. Let this closeness warm your soul, melt away anxieties, and cradle you in the comfort of my arms. Even while you absorb these words, sense that heavy burden evaporating bit by bit. Though you have been carrying it for so long, it will not persist forever. A brilliant dawn is already cresting the horizon, and soon you will be welcomed into a brightness more glorious than you have previously known. Close your eyes briefly. Breathe in the subtle yet powerful presence of my spirit as it expands within you, fortifying and revitalizing you for the road ahead. Let praise blossom from within, songs colored by hope and gratitude. Allow yourself to be submerged in the flowing river of my love, pure, endless, and rejuvenating. In that current, every trouble eventually dissolves, leaving you cleansed, renewed, and refocused on the mission I have designed for you. Be assured, painful seasons do not last eternally. Storms pass, skies clear, and your life will flourish with blessings that surpass your grandest vision. I am actively orchestrating a behind-the-scenes transformation that will leave you speechless. Dismiss dwelling on anxieties, center your thoughts instead on my benevolent presence and the future I have sketched out with unwavering care. My beloved, rest in my steadfast love. Allow this day to be your pivotal moment, the moment you choose to trust me fully and perceive the world through my eyes. You are never forsaken. I hold you firm in my arms. Here, in my timeless embrace, discover the boldness you need for tomorrow's unknowns. Lift your voice in joy. Let your heart kindle with hope, and behold, as I manifest the extraordinary in your life. I knew you before time itself began, envisioning this path layered with doors of opportunity, each more incredible than the last. Even now, I am cascading blessings onto you, detailing a destiny that exceeds what you dared to dream. You have a sacred responsibility to lead those closest to you into the richness of my promises. Not through force, but through love's gentle power, you will guide them. The highlights and the trials of your own journey are stones paving the way to something greater. Heed this. Setbacks and hardships will come, not to penalize but to refine. They serve as the sculptor's chisel, shaping the masterpiece I conceived of when I first imagined you. When tribulation rears its head, do not cower. Recall that I have enveloped you in my wisdom and love. I have readied you for these moments, and you will withstand them by my Spirit's fire shining within. Amid the clamor, remain unshaken, assured you do not endure this trial alone. I care intimately about every stir of your heart, your happiness, your dreams, your half-spoken hopes that you barely dare to voice. Each has been weighed and safeguarded by my attentive gaze. You have grand visions for the days ahead, stirring like the first light of morning inside your soul. Let that encourage you, for I see the divine beauty and excellence I have woven into your essence. To human eyes, these visions might seem minuscule or unattainable, but they are actually vibrant gardens of promise. Inside you, I have planted seeds of love, mercy, and forgiveness, waiting to be shared. As you open yourself to others, they also find the courage to confront their own shadows and step into the radiant purpose set aside for them. Yes, my favor accompanies you constantly. My gaze is never disapproving or unkind. Like an adoring father, I watch with joy and excitement, anticipating the remarkable feats you will accomplish through my strength. My supportive hand rests on you, ready to stabilize your trembling steps. You stand among those called to be luminous markers of my grace. Rise to the challenge with a sacred boldness. You will not walk this mission unaccompanied. I will thwart anyone who attempts to derail the plan I have spoken into motion in your life. Trust me wholeheartedly. Allow my counsel to lead you forward, for I vow to remain with you through all seasons. Neither mortal authority nor spiritual adversary can dissolve our love, sealed by divine authority. You have whispered fervent prayers in the dead of night, tears slipping down your face. Your voice trembles with unspoken longing. Today I reply, My arrival is cloaked in love, strong enough to mend the ache within your chest. I bring solace like a soothing embrace that quiets your racing thoughts, letting serenity settle over your anxious mind. As you courageously expose your pain, I flood your spirit with my healing mercy, delivering answers you have desperately sought. Let my tenderness become a blanket around you, lightening your burdens and reminding you that no sorrow is ever truly overlooked in my hands. Never assume anything is beyond my notice. I observe every detail, every quiet trial, every unacknowledged challenge you endure. I see the tensions that threaten your stability, the worries that nibble at the edges of your confidence. Let hope take root in your heart, for now is the moment to anchor yourself even more firmly in prayer. In your supplications and surrender, I pour my insight into your mind and my composure into your core. None of your sincere prayers dissolve without effect. They each yield a bountiful harvest of direction, clarity, and empowerment that reaches beyond earthly limitations. Look back on the lessons that surfaced during your hardest times. Each obstacle refined your perspective, teaching you how to choose forgiveness and faithfulness over bitterness. You have seen for yourself that I never desert your side, acting as a vigilant protector throughout every conflict. When devious forces plotted against you in hidden realms, conspiring to tarnish your character and shake your resolve, did I not stand guard, shielding you from blows you never suspected? Indeed, I intervened, ensuring your dignity, peace of mind, and future remained unharmed. Receive this truth wholeheartedly. Difficulties do not define who you are. It is my sustaining grace that reveals your true identity. You are irreplaceable to me, a royal heir in the everlasting kingdom. This present chapter is not your final page. It's the prelude to the next narrative already woven with themes of hope. The enemy may rumble menacingly, but his voice is hollow against the echo of my angels and my authoritative word. The trials wearing you down now will morph into uplifting stories of my goodness and compassion. Let my message stoke the coals of your courage into a blazing fire. Remember, you are handpicked, guided by my wisdom, and profoundly loved. No matter the terrain you cross, my grasp on you will never loosen. Persist in prayer, sustain your belief, and continue moving forward. I have written a future for you, filled with fruitfulness, divine favor, and unwavering hope. I have heard the wavering pitch in your voice, the subdued pleas, the hope for an affirmation that finally stills your anxious heart. I stand ready to meet you in your current reality, cradling a bouquet of blessings that you once prayed for during your most desperate moments. Arise, wipe the tears from your cheeks, and approach the threshold, for I call your name. Throw it open and take my hand. Let me lead you toward a horizon of promise and abundance that I have tenderly fashioned with my own hand. Notice how the energy coursing through you is not entirely your own. It is my revitalizing power pulsing in your veins, empowering you to stand upright, brimming with confidence, unshakable. I will elevate you beyond the reach of those who conspired to harm you, never again allowing them to demean or belittle you. Indeed, raise your head, secure in the knowledge that my omnipotent arm shelters you without fail. Prepare yourself, for I am unsealing a massive gateway, one so vast that you will marvel at the enormity of the blessings poised to overflow. Streams of opportunity and divine resolutions will begin to pour into your life, shining with a brilliance that defies comprehension. You may find yourself weeping yet again, but these will be tears of deep happiness and gratitude, tears that nourish the seeds of faith you planted long ago. At this very second, my Holy Spirit is saturating you, cleansing doubt and brushing away the remnants of former disappointments. Dry your eyes and step over the threshold with the radiant smile of one who already stands victorious. Indeed, I speak plainly. My favor belongs to you, so avoid hesitating. Stay in motion. Do not waver or look back, for I have plotted a path that climbs to heights you have yet to see. In due time, I will reveal to you a profound secret. one brimming with such a spectrum of hope that your heart will break into worshipful praise. You will taste my love in an intensity that dissolves your fears and washes away the clinging dust of the past. My love is active, transcendent, and more fervent for you than you can conceive. Let each heartbeat serve as a reminder of its immediate presence. May every breath reaffirm that you are handpicked, held close, and never isolated. Return to my presence daily, attuned to my voice of solace and instruction. There is nothing sweeter than these intervals of closeness, where you allow my gentle spirit to envelop you. Day by day, I will converse with your soul, repairing fractures that once seemed permanent, healing cuts inflicted by regret, and renewing your spirit with laughter instead of lamentation. With every promise, I wish to caress your heart, dissolving the pain of past regrets and freeing you from the anchor of disappointments. Yes, you know that I love you, but I will continue to prove it to you through undeniable expressions of my concern and attention. My love holds the power to free you from every shackle. All I need is the faintest consent from your heart to believe it fully. Ponder whose voice you value most. So many have told you that you cannot be loved without condition, that you must meet certain worldly standards, or that you are irreparably flawed. Yet which perspective holds the true authority? Mine, or those whose hearts and minds remain tangled in their own cynicism and mistrust? Their disapproval is anchored in a refusal to acknowledge that my love can utterly transform a soul. They cloak themselves in fear, bitterness, and suspicion, presuming these defenses keep them safe. If you yield to their warped viewpoints, endeavoring to live up to their negative expectations, you can find yourself in the same prison of hopelessness. Trying to validate their broken perspectives will divert you from the immeasurable blessings waiting for you around the next bend. Steer clear of such toxic influences. I advise you gently, but with conviction. You do not need their affirmation to thrive. I have gifted you a brilliant future that no shade of human pessimism can eclipse. You were created to shine as one set free by my grace. Trust the words I have spoken, not the disparaging opinions. Cling to my truth, not their distortions, and you will see how swiftly your spirit ascends beyond their negativity. In my presence, you encounter acceptance surpassing all else. In me, unconditional love surpasses human logic. Abandon those who ridicule devotion and cling stubbornly to despair. Instead, root yourself in my faithful promises. My arms stretch out, waiting to lift you higher. Come now, step forward with confidence into the unfolding narrative I have penned for you. Let the naysayers fade into their own noise, while you quietly walk onward toward a tomorrow drenched in the vivid colors of mercy, joy, and purpose. Feel my nearness as you journey, carrying my love like a banner flying high. I am your God, unwavering, compassionate, endlessly committed to you. You are not an error or an afterthought. Rather, you are the center of my attention, the one I constantly cherish. Every delight you discover along the way points to my involvement, and every spark of hope blossoming within your heart is ignited by my spirit of destiny. I see your tribulations, the storms swirling in your soul, and the unspoken sorrow that you cannot quite label. You wrestle with negative emotions swirling in your mind, uncertainty, regret, distress, each a weight that tries to haul you deeper into despair. But I stretch out my hand in this moment, transcending your worries and pains. Look up, precious child, for I have arrived to rescue you from the pit. Yet the choice remains yours to accept my outstretched arms. Choose to believe the truth of my loving call above all other voices. Lean in and concentrate on my assurances anew. Pass through the doorway of my heart, where solace and rejuvenation are waiting. As these words resonate within you, envision my arms inviting you close, with a soft yet unbreakable tenderness. Bring me every anxious thought, every silent frustration, every hidden regret, and let me cast them into the deepest ocean. There they remain lost forever, never to rise against you again. I do not retrieve them, nor do I relive them or hold them over you. Today is the day you shed the burden of yesterday. My pardon is unconditional, and I will clothe you with garments of freedom and serenity. No longer must you shoulder the suffocating weights that once bound you. My touch revitalizes your heart, dissolving the shackles that have imprisoned you in guilt and shame. Breathe in deeply. Feel the lightness that comes when you realize I have taken your yoke. Even if your mind struggles to fathom how you can move beyond old hurts and anxieties, let me assure you, with my presence, nothing is unattainable. I can renew deserted fields with blossoming life, dispel the heaviest darkness with the brilliance of dawn, and resurrect hope from ashes of despair. Could you allow me just a moment this morning, or whenever you absorb this message, to reverse your sorrow into joy? No grand show is necessary. Right where you are, whether in a busy home, a quiet room, or someplace in between, pour out your heart to me. Shed tears if you must, letting every suppressed sentiment pour out. In honesty, there is no need for pretension. I already recognize each nuance of your secret burdens. Speak your uncertainties, your hidden insecurities, your unvoiced heartbreak. In this solitude, I will breathe a gentle sigh of life upon you, instilling a sense of ease and assurance. Yes, you will feel a renewed lightness. You will sense my listening ear. Consider those times in the midnight hours or at the crack of dawn when you yearned for someone to hold you without judgment. Perhaps you turned to people, searching for empathy, a confidant, or a companion who could fully understand your pain. Yet humans are frail, entangled in their own struggles. They cannot always be there at the instant you need them most. Not due to a lack of caring, but because they too wrestle with burdens. Place your reliance in me. My shoulders never tire of carrying your troubles, my ears never grow weary of hearing your voice, and my love knows no decline. It is a constant flame, ready to surround you precisely as you are. Close your eyes now. Envision my arms around you, a loving parent cradling an adored child. There is no trace of condemnation or blame, only acceptance, empathy, and a devotion purer than anything the world can conceive. Reflect on the times I have lifted you from dark predicaments, led you away from peril, and covered you with compassionate grace, even when you faltered and deserved judgment. Time and time again, I have revealed my fondness for you, and still I do not cease. I am committed to demonstrating how deeply you are cherished, ensuring you come to believe it in the core of your being. Through my might, even your most distressing marks can become symbols of resilience and wisdom, your most desolate hours transformed into narratives of triumph. Let me escort you above the ruckus of discouragement. I will take your hand, guiding you to heights of peace and joy. From that vantage, you can glimpse the breathtaking promises I have arranged exclusively for you. Like a broad vista of serenity, with streams of laughter and fields of renewal. Yes, the tensions of life can distort your view, blinding you to what's just beyond the bend. But if you entrust your journey to me, I will dispel the haze, letting you behold the radiant future I have already prepared. You have invested your precious time wisely, bringing your soul to meet my words. Already something stirs inside you, an ember of optimism, a spark of renewed expectancy. When you finish reading, you will carry with you a resilience that does not fade under adversity, a new calm etched into your face, and a sustaining happiness beyond the reach of fleeting troubles. And tomorrow, if weighty cares seek to reclaim their hold, remember this sacred meeting. Recall that I remain, waiting to listen, to comfort, and to transform your tears into a mission. I welcome you back anytime, day or night. If you come with burdens, I will exchange them with my comfort. Over time, your devotion to these intimate exchanges will fortify our bond, interlacing faith and perseverance through your life's tapestry. My affection for you is perpetual, my arms consistently open, and my voice forever kind. I will anticipate you today, tomorrow, and all the days to come. Never will I grow fatigued of you. Never will I abandon you, nor will I reject you. In my arms, you will uncover an inexhaustible fountain of valor and serenity that no storm can ever exhaust. Go forth, my precious one. Go with an unshakable certainty that I see you, understand you, and cherish you more than words can express. When you depart from this moment, cling tightly to my reassurances, for they bring vitality and truth. You need not walk alone. My love envelops you, past, present, and future. Think about what it means when I say, I love you. Do you visualize yourself softly enveloped in a golden radiance, unburdened by shame and regret? Do you feel a soothing warmth pouring over your innermost being, like beams of sunlight triumphing over the last vestiges of a fearful night? Let these words find depth within you, for they are not hollow or aimless. They are alive with the power to restore, uplift, and heal your tired spirit. Realize I am no distant deity casually observing from a lofty perch. I am incredibly close, attuned to each subtle nuance of your thoughts. I recognize every fear you dare to voice in the hush of midnight, each dream you cradle but rarely share. I see the internal fights that rage behind your outward poise. And how does it feel to know I not only notice, but deeply care, cradling your heart with the tenderness of a loving parent? I yearn for you to dwell under the shield of unwavering faith, even when your senses fail you, when you cannot feel me near, or when your prayers seem lost in silence. I want you to remain certain, unshakable in the knowledge that I am always fulfilling my word. My care for you does not fluctuate with the ups and downs of your emotions. My hand of protection does not withdraw simply because you are in a season of desolation. I am consistently engaged, consistently loving, consistently faithful. Even should you never experience outward miraculous signs or hear my voice like rolling thunder, trust that every promise from my lips stands firm. Do not let illusions of hopelessness or isolation undermine you. The adversary may fling arrows of discouragement, surrounding you with shadows of doubt. Yet these fiery attacks cannot breach the fortification of my truth. Even if you stand before bolted doors with no hint of a way forward, never doubt my love. When every resource seems depleted, cling fervently to the bedrock of my word, for it declares in permanent ink that nothing in all creation can pry you from my care. Now let my commitments be the beacon that guides your faith. Believe me when I proclaim you are sheltered under the shadow of my wings. Believe me when I say that you no longer need to lean on the fragile support of passing emotions. Faith does not crumble under adverse circumstances. It holds its ground, much like the massive roots of an ancient tree anchored in the fertile soil of truth. State it aloud. Declare it boldly, so that earth and heaven bear witness to the cry of your soul. I believe in you, Jesus. These are not cursory phrases, but keys unlocking celestial gates, enabling angelic hosts to assemble in your defense. Yes, visualize my angels, radiant beings arrayed in divine splendor, raising swords of light, prepared to thwart every unseen force set on robbing your peace. They will fight until you stand free and victorious, unbound by old limitations that once weighed you down. Rest confidently, for I, the Almighty, have decreed it, and my word does not fail. As I speak my promises, all of creation bends to obey. Feel your heart expanding in joyful anticipation, and let your spirit awaken to the calm confidence I instill in you. That soft stirring deep within, this inexplicable feeling of radiance, is my spirit nurturing the spark of hope inside you, like a delicate seedling set to blossom into strength. Remember, even if that sensation dissipates, as fleeting as morning dew under the rising sun, my love and devotion stay intact. My affection is constant, an everlasting fortress that will never collapse. Night after night, I sit watch by your side, whispering comfort into your dream. Each dawn, I greet you with compassion, as fresh as the day's first light. Day after day, I accompany you. During every meal, every journey, every solitary reflection, and even among crowds, persistently near, unwavering in my promise to remain with you. I am always by your side, always calling you my beloved, always offering refuge, surrounding you in an unfading and faithful love. Take it to heart. My love for you stands strong today. It will stand strong tomorrow, and it will remain when time itself comes to an end. Let this truth be the anchor for your soul, fueling your faith, igniting your courage, liberating you from every voice that ever whispered you were inadequate. Stand tall, with your heart secured and your eyes glowing with the promise of a bright future. I go before you, and I will never forsake you. As you repeat these truths, speaking them back to me with assurance and trust, heavenly beings celebrate, and my smile lights up eternity. Amen. My child, in addition to everything I have shared, understand there's even more depth to the love and dedication I offer you. This love extends into every facet of your existence, reaching into the unknown future and stretching back to moments before you were ever conscious of my presence. It is not mere sentiment, but active devotion. I am deeply invested in your growth, your joys, your trials, and your ultimate fulfillment. Nothing in your life is too trivial for my notice or beyond the scope of my tender concern. I yearn for you to grasp that my heart beats in harmony with yours. When you rejoice, I rejoice with you. When you hurt, my empathy enfolds you. My plans for you have always been anchored in compassion, redemption, and the kind of wholeness that surpasses human understanding. Even the obstacles you dread can serve as gateways to unexpected blessings when you place your trust in me. In each moment of doubt, come back to this core truth. My love is a harbor that remains calm, even if your world tilts on its axis. Whenever you feel the weight of expectation, or when the demands of everyday life begin to sap your energy, find solace in my unwavering presence. In the hush of prayer or in quiet contemplation, know that my spirit is close, ready to uplift you. When others fail to recognize your potential, remember that I see it vividly. When you falter, I envision the triumph waiting ahead. When your faith wavers, I remain your steadfast anchor. Let these words be etched into your consciousness and replay in your heart whenever shadows threaten to overwhelm your mind. You are part of my eternal story, a masterpiece in progress, a narrative of grace and a beacon of hope meant to shine in a world thirsting for love. Each day you lean on me, you will see more evidence that I guide your steps with purpose and supply your needs from my infinite abundance. Release your anxieties, your fears, and every burden that attempts to settle on your shoulders. Come to me, moment by moment, so I may refresh your soul. I will renew your strength like the eagles and empower you to ascend above every storm. My beloved child, you've heard my voice today, and I know it stirred something deep within you. That wasn't coincidence, it was divine alignment. But this is not the end. It is the beginning of something sacred between you and me. There's still more I want to whisper to your heart, more healing to release, more wisdom to uncover, more strength to pour into you. So do not walk away and forget this moment. Return. Come back here, to this quiet place where my voice meets your soul. Subscribe, not to a channel, but to a conversation. Turn on the bell, not for alerts, but so you never miss when I speak again. Let every new video be another encounter with me, one step deeper, one truth clearer, one breath closer. And do not come alone. Someone else is waiting for this voice through you. Share this with them. Let them be drawn into my presence too. Come back often, my child. Let this be your sanctuary in the storm, your well when you're weary, your reminder that you are seen, loved, and never alone. I will be here, always waiting, always speaking, always loving you, until we meet again. Amen.